Check, check. 1 2 1 2. About to start in a minute. Hit me in the chat. Let me know you out there. What's good? Woo. Woo. It's getting hot. Where my guy at? There you go. Let's get it. What up? What up? What up? Welcome to Blues House. I'm your host, Bluminati. I'm all in camera and stuff. I'm your host, Bluminati. Got the homie Kobe with me. What's up, Kobe?
What's going on?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Like, get them likes up. Give me a like, a couple of likes. Hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and share. Don't forget to share. Share. And as per the ticker down there, as you see it, you can hit the Cash App, or you can donate at buymeacoffee.com/blueshouse. So without further ado, it's just because we was off yesterday.
We just
gonna hop right on into it, man. Loki episode 6. We're gonna do a quick recap, and then we just gonna go real deep into it.
Okay.
And I'll let you start because you hit me up this morning saying some other stuff too. So I'm gonna let you start with the recap.
Okay. We're just doing this episode, or are we going all the way from the beginning?
You know what? Let's do the whole season. We
Okay.
can do the whole thing. Well, let's touch on this first, and then we'll swing back and go into everything. How about
Okay.
that?
Okay. So in the episode, it starts with them. It actually starts with the new Marvel banner.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
which had um I forget the name of the song. The Peggy Carter
Yep.
and Captain
And
America,
Captain America.
Steve
Yep.
Rogers song. Um that all I feel like that was our explanation that how multiverse and time how they work together. I feel like that was our hint.
Okay.
Let's start there. Just that whole cinematic. That whole thing was like I said. I feel like I said that was how they separated time and universes. You know what I mean?
Right.
So from there, it shows them entering the castle, and then we get straight into the exposition. You know, once Miss Minute shows up,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to touch on that for a second too.
Go
Um,
ahead. Do what you got to do.
I feel like that was um I kind of was that was an interesting way to kind of start the episode, I guess, because she didn't even look the same as she normally looks. If you
Who,
look at Miss
Miss Minute?
Minutes, hmm
Uh-huh. Okay. What? Why do you say that?
look at the like I said, how she looked throughout the whole show, and then at that time she looked like it was like a I guess like a more advanced version. I guess that was more like the home security. You know what I'm saying? It was
Mm.
like a different version of her than everybody else is seeing. You know what I mean?
Okay. Like
Then they
hard,
see at the TVA. Yeah,
like hard light, like it's like she was actually there.
right,
Okay.
right. That's what
I
I
got
was thinking.
you. I got you. I'm with that. I'm with that. Um. Yeah. Like you said, we do the Miss Minutes situation, and then from there we go into um. Where do we go?
From
Was it?
there,
It was
after
Renslayer, not Renslayer. It was Oh, it was Loki and Sylvie
right, and they
going to the
the like
elevator.
a elevator. Right, right,
Hmm.
right, right. They open the elevator. Then we get our reveal.
Right.
I mean, the big reveal. I mean,
And how did you feel about that reveal?
we called it. You called it right before. I mean,
I think
it
we was calling it way early though.
way earlier than that. But I mean, it made sense. They had to do it this way. Like I said,
Right.
if it had been King Loki, that would have just made the story that much more convoluted.
Hmm.
This was the only way to push the Kang narrative forward and to basically give them that clean slate that they need to pull all these new characters that they want to pull.
Right.
I feel like that was the way for them to do it. Because I mean, I feel like every single one of those Nexus events that we saw,
Hmm.
those were relevant in some way, somehow. They were relevant. It doesn't matter. Like I said, something happened.
Which ones? Like the ones that they were
And before,
the
yeah,
where she
like
dropped those bombs at?
right.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
They all make sense somehow, some way, something.
I can most definitely see that. I was thinking also about when we talk about the Nexus events because it was something about the two Lokis being together, right?
Yep.
Why? How can I put it? Why was that such a big event? Why was it such a you know what I'm saying when they converged? Why
Hmm.
did it make a new branch? Why did it start making a new timeline? Is it because she didn't trust and he was a backstabber and maybe them getting together? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It disrupted the flow.
Right, because they're not supposed to
Mhm.
be in the same it's okay. It's a variant. It's like variant on variant.
I guess
So
yeah, you could say that.
kind of like what Back to the Future type situation was.
Right. Marty and his mom. Yeah,
Right.
right. I
Or
feel
Marty
you.
and Marty. Like,
Right,
he
that's very
couldn't,
true.
you know what I'm saying? Maybe it was something on that level.
You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. Um, you're not supposed to come in contact with anybody, like
Right.
with yourself in the time
Cause
travel thing.
right. Because
Right,
two of the same people can't exist in the same space at
right.
the
That was
same
what
time.
time cop.
Time cop, yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Van
Okay.
Dam, yeah.
Right,
So
right,
I
right.
mean, maybe that's one of the situations like that. Um okay, so as we keep going, the big reveal, Kang, Jonathan Majors played the hell out of that role.
Yes, he
Kang,
did.
or the one who remains. We're not gonna call him Kang, we're gonna call him the one who remains.
I,
Or
I,
we
I,
or
I still say
Immortus.
Immortus.
Immortus. We'll call him Immortus. Immortus shows, you know what I'm saying, shows up and he starts, you know, explaining to them what's going on, even trying to come up with a way to get them
Compromise.
right to compromise themselves or to run the TVA for him. Uh, but then they reach what Kang or Immortus called the threshold, right?
Right.
Which was basically the end of time. I don't know what's happening. Do you believe that?
Nope. I surely do not.
Because it seemed to me like he was still playing around.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he knew he was gonna be killed, right?
Right.
He knew everything. I mean, he even said it. That was because he pulled out like a stack of papers. That was a lot of paper for to reach the end. Yeah, because he would also know that they're about to reach the end of the threshold, right?
Right.
Like he would know that. So I'm
It's like
like,
he was taken by surprise.
yeah,
So
but he
that was
wasn't taken by surprise.
right. That was an act. I believe.
And he was like, I see you again, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. He know, like he said, I've lived 1,000 lives already.
Right.
This is just be 1,001 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, I don't think that it might have been a threshold, but I think he still was in control of what, you know what I'm saying? Because he should always be reaching the threshold. It shouldn't have just been just that point in time. If I go to the end, but the end is constantly still being made, or you know what I'm saying, then you're just at the end of the universe.
Well, here's my
Well,
thing. Like I said, excuse me. He said that we've already, like, they've already done that before, done this before. He always, their path is always to him,
right.
no matter what. So, like you said, it's just 1,001 lifetimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it was, like you said, all the branch timelines. It'll all happen again exactly how he has it planned because of something he already knows.
Well,
Like I said, I feel like that this is
as
going to be a
far
lot of.
as go ahead, I'm sorry.
I feel like it's going to be a lot of things that were seeds that were planted.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, by multiple Kangs, I would say at this point, but also by Mortis at this. So he planted the seeds throughout the whole to make sure that every single time, no matter what, same outcome every single time.
Right. Okay. So my question is, is Immortus or this timeline the reason why he called it the sacred timeline, because he saw that this is the one that suited his needs, fit him better.
Right.
But him being killed and releasing now, you know what I'm saying, multiple Kangs and stuff, and that to me doesn't make sense. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that. Just because he died now, all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, these different Kangs appear ASAP. How does that work? Or did you not even think about it like
I mean,
that?
it makes sense to me because I guess if they're, and I heard a good explanation about it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember which video it was. Where they are is at the end of time.
Okay.
Loki goes back to the TVA. He's still in null time, so he's still in, I guess, quantum realm or however. But
Limbo.
he's
Yep.
right.
Mm-hmm.
He's not in the main, and time doesn't affect him. But everything that's going on as far as this, like the main timeline, where they're still in 2023 or whatever it is.
Right.
So Loki is happening as a wraparound story, not
Yeah. Yeah.
necessarily
Not
happening
in
linear.
time, but out of. Yeah. I get
Right.
you. Hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. Their actions at the end of time, and they keep saying like time is a loop, and they showed that a lot. Like it's a loop. It just keeps going in a circle. Um, with them killing him, that
Hmm.
starts the process all over again. He's still born. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like, it's still gonna happen. I feel like that
Okay.
this
I
is
see
what
what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
this is what we're going to see happen
Right.
in the
Now
next
we're
few
gonna
movies.
see. Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Eternals is going to be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Um, Sur, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Will be a part of this movie. I know for sure at this point
You
with
talking about
what they
Eternals?
just showed. Yes.
Did they show something new?
No, but the way the story is going to go now, this is what I'm saying. The
Okay.
way they did this story now, we're going to see the evolution of Nathaniel
Ramatat.
Richards. Right, Ramatut, you know what I'm saying, through to I guess Nathaniel Richards and then into Kang, you know what I'm saying, and then into Immortus all over again. We're going to see that play out throughout these films, I think.
Yeah, yeah, I can agree with that. I think we want. I think we'll probably get.
It might not
uh
happen in the forefront, but it will happen
No,
in the
I agree
background.
with you. I think we
Right,
get Ramatut. I think we get Scarlet Centurion. We're going to get all these
right.
different
We're gonna get
iterations.
these iterations for sure.
Right. Um, I don't think we get Nathaniel Richards. I think that reveal happens in the Fantastic Four movie,
Okay.
or something surrounding the Fantastic Four. If you understand what I'm saying, it might not necessarily
Mhm.
be the movie, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a show or something that connects the Fantastic Four. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where you'll get. It could be Loki season 2 for all we know.
I mean,
You
that's
know what I'm
very
saying?
true because they did show the ship.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was a hint, man.
So we
And then
could
they've
get
hinted at it in WandaVision.
one division.
Yeah, man, that they've been pushing that hard in the background because that's the end all kill all to the Kang story for the most part.
Ooh. Let's finish this recap because I just thought about something.
Hmm.
Um, all right, so we have Loki. Remember, we was like, it's about Loki, and it only makes sense to have Loki fight Loki.
Hmm.
And we didn't get exactly what we got or what we said we would get, but we did
But we
get the
did right
Loki versus Loki situation.
again, right?
Right. With Sylvie versus Loki Prime. And it played out exactly what I thought it would be. Like, nah, her only purpose was to do what she did.
Right.
You know what I'm
That was
saying?
their mission.
That was her mission. And I don't. We keep, we call her a variant, but I think that's what she was supposed to do from the
I
beginning.
don't think she was ever a variant. And I
Right?
feel like
Because
that's gonna tie into like into like the Doctor Strange story, like that. Like I said, I got my theory, and I'm gonna tell you,
well,
I got it. I got it all worked out how it all ties together.
I won't say she's not a variant because a variant is just a different,
Right.
But remember, she never knew why she was pulled from her timeline.
I know why.
Why she was pruned, right? She never knew why she was pruned, or
Right. I
whatever.
think I know why anyway.
I think so too.
Yeah.
For this purpose. You see what I'm saying? That's what I
I
think.
feel
I
you.
think she was pulled exactly for this purpose. And like Immortus says, he was like, I'm old, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to give this up and leave this all there. I think he was true about that, but I think he wanted to go and do some more exploring to figure out the end of you know what I'm saying? Because that's
Right.
what Immortus's whole thing is. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Even though
On
he
a master
weaponized,
time.
right, he wanted to master time. I don't think he's mastered it yet. If you
Hmm.
get what I'm saying, he can control. I don't think there really is a master of time. I don't think that's one of the things that you can't master. Right? You can learn it. You can manipulate it as much as I guess humanly possible or whatever, but you will never control it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But I think he, like Loki, wanted to figure that out because that's why Loki, him showing up in Loki is so dope. They both want the same thing.
Control.
Control. They both want the same thing. And Because at first I was like, why bring Immortus? You know what I'm saying? Why do this with the Loki show? But it makes sense when you think about it. It makes all the sense in the world. He wants control. Immortus wants control. You got that. You got Loki versus Loki. It's like everything we said at the beginning,
Yeah.
episode 1, episode 2, came to fruition some type of way.
Right.
And the things that we were wrong about are small things.
Right. Just they things that I feel like they changed the last minute.
Yeah.
A
Mm-hmm.
lot of the things I think they changed. Like I will be honest with you, the reason I think that those trailers and stuff that they put out are always false.
Yeah,
Always.
yeah, yeah.
I feel like they're fabricated just so people can't speculate on what's going to happen.
Nah, it's false. It's just like you said, it's for speculation. It's to let
Right.
you know that yep, we got a new episode coming, but it's all out of order. It's jumbled up. We're gonna cut it, make it look like Loki's talking to Sylvie, but he's really talking to B50. What was her name? B52 or B20, whatever her name. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like they'll do things like that because that keeps you on your toes
Right.
and it keeps you honest. Now you know what I'm saying. You really don't know what's going on. You really don't know what's going on. So uh overall, how do you rate
The episode.
well, yeah, the episode, and then we'll get into the whole shebang about it. How do you rate the whole
The
episode?
episode, I probably give it like a 7.5 out of 10 for sure.
7.5.
Yeah.
I wanna give it an 8 because of his performance.
Yeah,
Right.
I feel like that was the strongest
Yeah.
point of the episode.
I want to give it
I
an
feel
8.
like they just let him have the reins and hey, make it work. And he showed his talents for sure.
Yeah, he did. Nah, he played and that's the thing. He played the hell out of Immortus. What is he
He's
gonna look like as Kang?
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we got the playful, oh, I'm kind of better. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that I'm better than you, but
I
shit,
know more
I'm
than
not
you.
right.
Yeah.
I know more than you, and I ain't worried about nothing.
Right.
That's what we got with Immortus. What are we gonna get from Kang? Especially, you know what? And this is what could be crazy with Jonathan Major's role. He'll probably be the only character to play multiple people in an MCU film because he's going to be playing. He's not just going to be Kang the Conqueror.
No, he'll be. I don't. I feel like that he won't play Nathaniel Richards. That's
No,
the
no. I
only
think they
character
have
he
like
won't
a
play.
young,
A
yeah, they
younger
have like a
guy that
young.
look like him.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That they can
Well,
pull.
I was going to say maybe he'll. Well, I don't know. You know what? I don't know. Now that you say that, I don't know. Um, because the story he told seems like he was already of age, you know what I'm saying? So it could have been in his 20s. I mean, or like you said, they could get a you know what I'm saying, younger guy, but Jonathan Majors, I don't even think is outside of his 20s. Don't think
He's
he
got
is.
to be probably a little older than me. I would think, probably mid-30s, maybe.
Let me see. 31. So
Yeah.
he's
There you
just
go.
out. So he's just coming
Right.
into yeah, so I don't know, man.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a
Right.
real good one. You know what I'm saying? But I do think he will be playing multiple, like I said, Scarlett and Turn. And these might not be huge.
No,
You know what I'm
but he'll
saying?
show up
He
in the
right.
background.
Might die off. One of them might die, or you know what I'm saying, just show up to give some vital information, or just enough to push the story along, stuff like that. And I think that's what's going to be hard. They're not going to know who to trust when it comes to him showing up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like a Kang shows up. Is this a good Kang? Is this a bad Kang? Can we trust him? Because it's even like that in the comics.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't know what
Sometimes they
you're
have
gonna
to
get.
team up, but they don't know what they're going to get with when they're dealing with Kang.
Right.
Is he here to help? Is he here to on some conquest type? You know what I'm saying?
Right. You never know.
You never know with him. So are we gonna get Iron Lad?
I would think so.
Does this, you know what? Does this end with that? The making of Iron Lad. You know what
What
I'm
it
saying? After
like?
they're done with the Kang storyline, the last Kang that shows up is uh Iron Lad.
Hmm.
That Kang. You
And
see what
that
I'm saying?
Kang goes to become Kang Prime, and then Immortus, and then that's the rotation all over again.
Right.
Okay, it could wrap that way. I like that.
Or that's just how they just introduce, you know what I'm saying? And in the back of our heads, we'll be like, okay, boom, it started over again. But it's just them introducing that character
Right.
because now they're done. Let's say we get to phase, what did it be? Phase 6.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. We get to phase 6, and now they're done with the whole time. But you said something that made sense though. They can't keep this multiverse thing going on.
Nope. That's got to be wrapped up and closed out.
They can't keep it going. And I heard some stuff. I want to get into that after we talk a little Loki. I want to talk some Marvel, a little bit of Spider-Man, some stuff like that.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Like I said, I want to wrap everything together.
where am I at? Okay, so overall, Loki
The series.
series.
I'm a,
How do you where do
as
you
far
rank it
as
out of the three?
definitely the best. Number
Best
one.
one? Okay.
Yeah.
Best
Yeah.
one. I agree. Best one out of the three. Um the writing was excellent. It actually, even though there's some confusing stuff when it comes to the multiverse, I don't think the writing suffered from that. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
No. It
Uh
surely did not.
I think we got enough development from these characters. We got enough exposition to suit us and set us up for the future going forward with the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they gave us a lot of characters. They didn't kill nobody
Right.
off, so to speak.
Right.
Um,
I'm cool with that. I
Renslayer,
like that.
Mobius,
Yeah.
right? You know what I'm saying? Sylvie, Loki. Um, does Sylvie start? Ooh, because when he went back to the TVA, and this is a
Mhm.
question that a lot of people are asking, was that the same TVA with a different timeline, or was this a different universe? You see what I'm saying? Where I'm going, like,
Right.
where did Loki go? Did he go to his TVA, but now the past was rewritten to showcase the present, as in what's going on now, or is it something different? What do you think?
Mhm. I. It's hard to say because everything looks the same and all of that. I think it
Mhm.
is the same entity, but for a different purpose.
Okay, because I looked at it like it was a Planet of the Apes moment, right?
Right. It's this
He
different universe, the
Right.
same
It's a
world.
whole.
Yeah.
It's a different universe. That's why Mobius was like, "You're a analyst, right?" You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they got a Loki analyst. You know what I mean? Or I mean, it could be either or. And I think that's why I say the writing didn't suffer, because it gave you with enough edge of your seat, what the fuck is going on type
Mm-hmm.
situation. Um, because really, what the fuck is, you know what I'm saying? Like, what exactly is going on in the TVA right now? You you see what I'm saying? Like, what exactly
Right.
is going on in the TVA? And the way he explained it, and I'm glad he explained, you know what I'm saying, the multiverse. He said it's universe on top, stacked on top of each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what uh messed up some things with me was it still doesn't make sense on why we get different alligator Loki, female Loki. You see what I'm saying? That still
Right.
doesn't make sense to me. How do you feel about that?
I feel like that's all still ties into the fact that I mean we're still looking at variants. You're trying to figure out why we're getting different variants, right?
Right.
I mean,
Because if he explained it, which is the same way that I'm looking at it, universes, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I think. Universes stacked on top. So you got 1 through 1 billion or infinite, but just you know what I'm saying? And
mhm,
this moment in universe 1, Adam and Eve, they didn't eat the apple. Universe 2, they ate the apple, but they killed the serpent. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So,
right,
but it's still Adam and Eve. Everything still has its starting point, its origin. This now is telling me that Sylvie, being a female, how can I put it? So Laffy, because Laffy should still be her father,
mhm,
sired a female instead of a male.
okay,
But wouldn't that be how can I put it? That means in that universe, everything still panned out. Is just this is a female, right?
okay. That's
And
yeah,
the origin I'm
right,
just talking origin. I'm not talking, and when I say origin, like birth, the birth of Loki.
right,
Let's take the alligator. Where would an alligator Loki fit into Laffy siring? You know what I'm saying? A child,
right,
because in order to be a Loki, you still have to be um adopted by Odin.
right.
So did Odin adopt an alligator?
And that's the thing. They did call her Sylvie Laufey son too, or Laufey daughter.
Yeah, they did.
Hmm.
So that those are the things that I look at because in the comics, how they do it is still you still have your like if you're born of Rudith and Joe, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna be your origin universe after universe.
Right,
Now, Rudith and Joe might give you up for adoption and you could be raised different, you know what I'm saying, or you might, one universe you didn't make it out of the birth canal, you died at, premature or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's still you, if you see what I'm saying, because I guess I'm at the point of matter cannot be created nor destroyed. So all matter has to be an apple is an apple in every universe, no matter what. You see what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
That's and I guess that's what's confusing me. But he explained it, got it out a little bit better, but it's still some things that I think need to be
Addressed.
addressed and just fixed up, just buttoned up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But
And I feel like they'll do is those are, I guess you call those little open
ended.
open
Mm-hmm.
right. They could use that to push narrative forward if they needed
Yep.
to.
Yep.
They just can harp back to it. So I feel like that's why they do that is leave those little unanswered questions. You know what I'm saying? Because we can go basically make that question a whole
Right.
movie.
Relevant. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, they listen to us. They
Of
they listen
course.
to us. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, we can always go back, sneak somebody in there to fix it, or you know what I'm saying, play on it
Right.
in a movie or a show or something like that. Um, so yeah, yep. Um, let's so oh yeah, so you said best series um out of the three
Yep.
season. Are you anticipating season 2?
Of course.
Okay. Okay. Well, and what do you foresee season 2 being about, or is it just too early to really speculate because we got all this other MCU stuff probably coming out before we get Loki.
I don't think that season two will be as directly tied into the main storyline like it's happening at the same time.
Okay.
It's gonna be like it's gonna pick up exactly where this left off, and Loki trying to figure out how, I feel like, to get back to the past. Because I see it, I foresee season 2 happening maybe like after Doctor Strange,
Okay.
after I actually see it happening. Yeah, after Doctor Strange, after Spider-Man, after all that stuff is over with, because it'll push a little more exposition on Kang.
Right.
I
Yep.
think that's what I think, and how, oh, excuse me, and how Loki ties into that. I think, um, I am a hype for season 2 because I feel like there's so much they could do with season 2. But
Yeah, I
I
think
feel
they
like season 2 is going to be a totally different story.
different show. Yep, yep. I
Yeah.
was gonna say, I think they just barely scratched the surface, with the character of Loki.
Yep.
Um, like you said, season 2, I think sky's the limit. They're gonna open up the playbook a little bit more. Tom Hiddleston said that he would play Loki until his dying day if they asked him to. So I think that's a plus,
Yeah.
uh, because that means he's committed to the role and he wants to, you know what I'm saying,
See it
also
through.
see where
Yeah.
this right where Loki ends up at. Um, let's talk some, I guess, just MCU in general.
Okay.
Now, I know you haven't seen um, Black Widow yet, right?
Right.
But I want to talk about, my bad, that's not what I wanted. Taskmaster
Okay.
again. Okay, so um, we get Taskmaster being gender swapped, and I wish XR was in the comments because I would like to know what he thinks about this. Also, we get Taskmaster gender swapped. A lot of people didn't like it. I think it's bearable. I think it's you can live with it. Um, I'm
Well,
cool with it. It didn't hurt, but then hold on, let me finish.
I got you. I got
Then
you.
uh, somebody brought up Echo, and it made me say, "Oh shit, yeah, they could have just used Echo instead of gender swapping Taskmaster. They could have brought in Echo to do the same exact thing.
Okay.
Only thing, you know what I'm saying? Only thing is she's the Kingpin's daughter or Sarah, you know what I'm saying, surrogate daughter or whatever like that. So
Right.
you have to figure out a way to finagle that in. But they already brought in the Ronin suit, you know what I'm saying? Why now have two female mimics, so to speak?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
okay, if you wanted, I know you wanted a female bad guy, cool. But it seems like this was your opportunity to bring. Oh, you know what? She does show up in Hawkeye, or is supposed to show up in Hawkeye. Who else is supposed to show up in Hawkeye? Uh, the White Widow. I think that's what
Mhm.
they call her. So if Yelena shows up, who knows? Taskmaster, and it could be a way because they're gonna have to explain Echo's uh origins, why she can mimic just like, you know what I'm saying? Is it gonna be tech? Is it gonna be, what's
Mhm.
her, let me see what her origin is.
I have a question though
Mhm.
about the whole Taskmaster character in the
Okay.
movie. Now, from what I've read about this film, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, do they ever call the character Taskmaster directly, or is it just referred to as the Taskmaster Protocol?
They say the Taskmaster protocol. That's somebody else also brought that up too, saying that this is not Taskmaster, or this could be the Taskmaster having his own set of soldiers or something like, you know what I'm saying, something like that, and that's why it's called the Taskmaster protocol. Um, to my knowledge, no, they never addressed Dragoff's daughter as the Taskmaster.
Right. And that's the thing.
Not that I recall. Now it might have slipped up, real quick or something, and I just kind
I
of
want to
missed
see
it.
the credits now
But
because if they don't credit her,
Well, let's
as
pull up. Let's
Taskmaster,
pull it up.
how can you even say that that's the character? Might rock the suit and all that stuff, but I don't know. Like,
Bring up the IMDb. Let's see what we got as the cast. Nope, they call her Taskmaster on this. IMDb has. Let's see. Hurry up, Elena. I gotta go deep.
mhm.
All cast and crew. All cast and crew. Yeah, they call her Taskmaster. Tanya slash Taskmaster is what they call her. So yeah, I think that's Taskmaster.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because, like
Yeah.
I said, I haven't seen the film, so I don't know.
Mhm. But
That
yeah,
was
I
a
don't
short
recall them
question. Yeah,
actually saying, "Oh, the Taskmaster's coming" or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's actually a real good question. You know, that's a real good question. But yeah, man. Echo, like, what's the deal? Why not use? And I'm as you know, what I'm saying maybe you can answer. Why not use Echo?
maybe they still might. Maybe this might turn out to be the same character. That's the thing.
Well, no,
I
because they
mean,
already got her coming in uh to Hawkeye, and it's played by a Latin X female.
hmm, yeah, I don't know.
So I mean, that's the reason why I asked. Like when somebody brought it up, you know, what I'm saying it just kind of got to me, made me think about it.
I
But it's not.
understand.
Let me see. She's not a mutant. I don't think. I think she just has these. I think she's just good at mimicking because she was deaf.
Right.
Yeah, I just think she just is a good. And that's another thing too. Remember, I said that they should just come out and say, "Man, these are super soldiers." You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
they're not Steve Rogers type super soldiers. These are, you know what I'm saying? Like, because if I'm making these widows,
Your sound's gone. Nope. Mm-mm. Still nothing.
check, check.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't want to use that though. That's my. Why did that stop?
Nope. Nope.
Ooh.
There it is.
All right, I'm gonna have to use that. Guess we just gonna have to rock with that till I figure out what's going on. That's weird. But shit. What was I saying? Oh, Echo. So
Yep.
she's not a mutant or anything like that. She can just mimic it. And then Dracoff, he kind of was explaining to his daughter saying that she's just a good mimic. Like she doesn't have these powers. The chip was just keeping her. I think she said the chip was just keeping her alive, and that was how he was also controlling some of the things. Let me double check.
Okay.
But yeah, super soldier. So reason I say that is if I'm making these widows, but regular, yeah, they're elite, whatever. But when they run up against a Captain America, a Winter Soldier, especially since this was going on during the Winter Soldier program,
Right.
why would I not? Because Russia does one super soldier, but then says, nah, we ain't gonna do this to everybody else. Like that doesn't even sound like
Makes
Russia.
sense.
If it was up to Russia, everybody be super soldiers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's another thing that made me really think about, like, just call them, just give them, you know what I'm saying? She's a super soldier. Not in the sense of Steve Rogers, but because they did all the science to take away their reproductive organs so they couldn't have kids. Uh, they made sure that the pheromone that Dracoff wears stops them from being able to kill whoever wears that pheromone. It sounds like you was trying to, you know what I'm saying? You had some things
Right.
that you was doing scientifically that worked. I don't see why you wouldn't say, all right, we can't redo. Let's say they couldn't redo Red Guardian, but they can still do something. I think they still would have done something. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
Natasha, to me, she jumping off buildings and falling, you know what I'm saying, 5, 6, 7 stories up, landing in her superhero pose and just getting to work. Like, nah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, nah. I just don't buy that. But where do I want to go next? Oh, did you have anything to say on Taskmaster other than what you
No.
was
Yeah. I
asking?
know. I just wanted to know that. Yeah.
Do you have an issue with the gender swap?
Not necessarily. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
I
that's.
can't, right. I can't be upset about it. It is what it is.
I feel that same way too until it made me just, what I'm saying, like I said, thinking about Echo, like what's
Right.
Echo's point now?
Right.
That I guess that's my issue. What's Echo's point? Um, I brought up this because I wanted, like I said, I want to talk some Marvel. Where is it at? Shit, I know I didn't close it. Okay, here we go. We have these are the ones that are currently either in development, finished wrapping, and coming out. We got What If. We already talked about What If. I think that's in August, right? Yep, August. Then we
Mhm.
got Hawkeye. I think Hawkeye might be a sleeper, and it might end up to be better than everything else that came before it.
Okay.
The reason I say that is it's probably going to be more straightforward, easy to digest. Um, Probably throw a lot of Easter eggs in it from the comics, Avengers comics. You know what I'm saying? Things that he's in the forefront of, and it'll be easy for them to start like explaining stuff in Hawkeye's movie because it's Hawkeye. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like nobody's really checking for Hawkeye, so I can throw the whole kitchen sink. You know what I'm saying? Into things with this. So I think Hawkeye's gonna be a sleeper. But I really
Okay.
brought this up because Miss Marvel. All right, so there's an article. Where is it at? I think it came from that hashtag. Yep, here we go. So article. I want to read this article from that hashtag show. It says exclusive details on Miss Marvel's origin in Miss Marvel Disney Plus series. It says, as many know in the comics, Miss Marvel is an Inhuman, and many expected that this would be adapted in a new Disney Plus series. I too felt that, you know what I'm saying, make
Right.
her Inhuman. Why not? You're getting all types of other stuff coming in. She's Inhuman. They say wrong. They say we can exclusively share that the Disney Plus series Marvel is changing up Kamala Khan's story. In this new series, she'll be blasted by a bolt of energy, and this will give her some magical powers. That's right, Miss Marvel will technically be a magic user. Her abilities are more or less going to be the same, but this time stemming from magic and not Terrigen or Inhuman-based technology. Kamala will be blasted by a bolt of energy from the bracelet she wears, and those will give her powers. It's unclear if the bracelets need to always be worn for her to have the powers, or if it's one time providing powers. This makes sense considering the studio head Kevin Feige has no real love for Inhumans. Between his feud with Ike Perlmutter, the then convoluted X-Men rights, and the failure that was the Inhuman series, it makes sense that Feige would want to avoid adapting the Inhumans again and introduce any elements of their universe. We can
Mhm.
also exclusively share that the villain will be Cameron. In the comics, he's a friend of Kamala and a morally corrupted Inhuman. Like Kamala, he will not be an Inhuman, but he will be wanting the bracelets that Kamala have, which is not a confrontation, but indicates to me that the bracelets are the source of her powers. If there's something he is pursuing, what do you think of this change? Um, I don't like this change.
I don't like it either.
If Because you blasting her. Remember, her power set is just she stretches,
Him big in and
gets
yeah,
big, stuff like that. She can change. She can shapeshift a little
right.
bit. You know, I think she can change her density. I want to say. So it's like, are you duplicating Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards? What's going? You know what I'm saying? She gets
Right.
blasted with a bolt of energy. Then what is going to go on with the Fantastic Four? Are they going to get blasted with a bolt of energy also? And that's how their genetic code and makeup changes and stuff like that. So to me, I think I'm gonna take this with a grain of salt, and I hope that's not the case. That she has magic based powers. She needs to be an inhuman. And if they do want to explain the bracelets that she rocks as being magical, I'm cool with that. But don't take away her base origin of being an inhuman. You know what I'm saying? Because being an inhuman, it's a lot of factors. As much as a lot of people uh, would take mutants over inhumans, it's still some factors that you can play with in the inhuman world. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So,
I mean, just the fact that they have the Eternals, how are they going to explain those people, the
right.
the children of the Eternals and humans?
Hmm.
Those are Inhumans. How are they going to explain that without them being Inhumans, or
Right.
unless they're going to make them mutants?
I mean, if they want to just get rid of the whole
Inhuman.
inhuman thing and just say mutants, then do it.
That's I guess that's the I feel like that's the route they are going to go
But
because
I
that
don't think
they could just it
yeah,
would just cover a broad spectrum of things.
right.
Mutants covers, you know, Inhumans. It covers.
Or would inhumans be a branch off of mutants? You know what I'm saying? Like an evolutionary branch, the inhumans.
Hmm. I could see that. I mean, I mean, it definitely sounds good for sure.
Yeah. I just reading that when I saw it, I was like, oh, here we go.
Right.
XR warned us. He warned us about these writers, man. Now they and the thing is the movies basically or the show is basically wrapped, I think.
Yep.
I think it's already wrapped. So if I hope it's not true, but it's hard to say because it's already wrapped, and I'm pretty sure them leaks is coming tenfold. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know. I just want to throw that out there. That one, that one, that one. Um, what else? Something else I saw. Give me 1 second. Oh, I can't find it. Oh, Spider-Man. Did you see the what it is? The Spider-Man toys and how they look.
Yes.
What do you how do you feel about those suits?
The integrated suit.
The black and gold suit.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. The integrated.
Let me see if I can.
Um, I feel like I said, that is all going to tie into oh, ouch, excuse me, it's all going to tie into like the multiverse and the what I feel like what if that
Mm,
what if thing is going to play a major role. in what
Okay.
goes on going forward,
Yeah.
especially with the main timeline. I feel like it might even be as extreme as we see it on the like you see it on the cartoon.
Hmm.
Um, then it just translates directly to our universe in live action, and we never get an explanation. It just goes.
Okay. Now they put an emphasis on these gauntlets.
Yep.
Is that the same gauntlet that Kamala Khan had? Where's that at? Thought I was just okay. They don't have a clear picture. Nah, that's not the same. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I don't like this suit.
Yeah.
But I don't like the suit. I think it's ugly. Um, Look at that. That's horrible to me. And then
Okay.
you do the like quit with the tech with Spidey, man. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's supposed to be Doctor Strange tech, though.
It's still ugly.
I agree, but I think that's supposed to be Doctor Strange tech.
Still ugly. It serves no purpose to me anyway. But oh man, that would mean that I know we said we're taking the leaks with a grain of salt, but nothing in the leaks said that he would be getting a new suit.
Right.
So and I'm pretty sure that would be something that was specific in a script. You know what I'm saying? Or
I
the reason
understand.
why he has this integrated suit.
Right.
Now, I came up with a theory about about us not getting Andrew or Toby.
Okay.
This is my theory. What if it's all Tom Holland? What if
Oh, variants of
every
Tom Holland.
right? What if because to me that kind of makes sense as to reason why we haven't gotten any talks from anybody in the situation of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. But all the suits, these different suits, let me go back to the other one. That's not what it is. Images. But you got all these different suits, right? They're
Yeah.
all. This is all. This is all Tom Holland. So you mean to tell me he's going to do a 3 suit change? If you get what I'm saying?
Right.
So this suit, that's Tom Holland with the web under webbings. You got the
Right.
integrated suit right here, right? With the magic stuff. And then you got this black suit. It's still Tom Holland.
Right.
XR, what's up, man? I knew you'd show up.
What's good, XR?
Um, yeah, and like I said, probably wrong. Just don't, you know what I'm saying? Take what I say with a grain of salt. But what if that's the case? What if everything is just Tom Holland, different Tom Hollands, who
Right.
actually, uh, or maybe it's just one variant. It's different Tom Hollands, but just like we had a different Thor, not Thor, a different Loki variant, being a female or anything like that. Um, Maybe we just get one, Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire, right? As an older Peter Parker, something like that.
Just one of them, maybe
Just
not both
yeah,
of them.
but not both of them.
Okay.
But not as a variant, as just an older Peter. If you get what I'm saying.
Right.
So he wouldn't be a variant; it'd just be in the future.
But all the variants would be Tom Holland.
Right. All the variants is Tom Holland.
Hmm.
And I mean, interesting theory because I'm looking at the mask and
The eyes
the
are
eyes,
dead
yeah,
giveaway.
stuff like that. So, like this, Like that's Tom Holland. The way he looks, like you said, the eyes. That even looks like what it was. Monkey spider or whatever it was in
Oh yeah, Night Monkey.
Night Monkey. Yeah, that's to me. That's all Tom Holland, man. All of it is. Let me see if I can find something. And they said one of these pictures actually shows a blurry Spider-Man in the back.
Yeah, the one where he's swinging.
Is it this one?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna find it. This is it.
Yep.
Here, let me. Can I pull this up? Shit, what happened? Somebody said right here is a blurry Spider-Man.
Right.
It kind of looks like it.
Kinda.
Kind of looks like it. Um, and they're calling it the black and gold suit. Let's see, go through a couple of these images. Yep, black and gold. That's the same thing. Now he's shooting it out of. So okay. Does these miraculously, or does he have to have the suit on to use the magic stuff? And why is it shaped like a spider? I don't. You know what? Also, it made me think about this. Okay, integrated spider. We get magic. Does Madam Web show up?
Oh yeah. That's where I thought initially they would go with this.
Mm-hmm.
Is the route of the cartoon,
Right.
and just call it a different universe. That's ultimately where I thought this would end up. But with them saying the Spider-Verse thing and all the Spider-Verse stuff coming out, I kind of set that theory to the back. But that would also tie into Secret War as more than, you know what I'm saying? It would also tie into Secret Wars way more than, you know what I'm saying, being the Spider-Verse or any of that.
Right. Yeah. It made me think about Madam. This is weird. Like, okay. Is this
It
is,
makes
you know
me
what?
think. It makes me think about different iterations of Spider-Man.
Yeah, and that's what I
Maybe
was gonna say. Is
Spider-Man
this
2099. You know what I'm saying?
stuff like that, or
Right.
is this a way for them to pass off since they're not doing giving him the symbiote suit? Is this kind of their symbiote suit for him? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's mix some magic into a suit, magic and technology, stuff like that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like I don't think we'll ever get him in with the black suit. I think this might be as close as we're gonna get it. You agree?
I feel like if it, depending on what happens at the end of this film,
Mm-hmm.
we still have a chance because he's still got to show up and meet Venom.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, like I said, I'm just spitballing. Just
Right.
spitballing. But yeah, Spider-Man, multiverse. It was one more thing I wanted to add when it came to Spider-Man. I think it's all gonna be Tom Holland's, but your
Madam Web.
Madam Web. I do think your Norman Osborn thing is dead on.
Yep, I think it
think
is too. He gonna come in, and I don't think he's gonna be the bad guy at all. He
Mhm.
finna come in and be suave, debonair,
Yep.
a leader. I'm thinking like the mayoral Norman Osborn.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I think spot on.
Yep. That's the only way they bring him in and move the story going forward.
Right.
They bring him in as evil. It's a one shot.
Uh-huh.
You know that. Spider-Man cannot lose in these films. At the
Well,
end of the movie, he's always got to win.
what if it's Norman talking to Norman about how to, like, what he would do differently? since he's over here in this universe and he sees, oh, you ain't even, got the Green Goblin up in you yet. These are some of the things that I would do differently. This is how I would, take over or whatever stuff like that.
I feel you. I feel you.
Because
Um.
I do think Norman Osborn is going to be showing up.
Oh yeah, definitely in this film.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, in this film. Now, are you ready for? You ready to speculate
Yeah, let's go. Let's
going
go.
forward? Um. How did I start this? Oh, but then Michelle saying, like I said earlier, man, the fact that everybody keeps saying, or that they've already said, that Loki's supposed to show up in Doctor Strange 2,
Mm-hmm.
that is how Doctor Strange gets the time stone back.
Yeah, that was you who told me
Yep.
that, right? Yeah,
Yep. That's
yeah,
how
I can
I
see that.
feel like he stole a time stone from the TVA. That's just Loki. That's how he
Mm-hmm.
operates. Before he had his change of heart or whatever,
Right.
he stole a time stone, no doubt about it. Or it may be a handful of infinity stones.
Yeah, this could be a way majority of the Infinity Stones actually get back
Right, into the
into
main
play.
timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So and that's going to be revealed in this movie.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
definitely going to be like, you know what I'm saying? I this is the only way that I know how to move forward because, and I feel like our Immortus, he knew this. He
Mm-hmm.
saw it happen. That's how it's supposed to happen. And I hark back to Endgame with the different timelines.
Okay,
I've seen 14 million timelines and only
this is the
one.
one. Yeah,
Right. That's our sacred timeline.
yeah,
That's our
yeah.
sacred timeline.
Even back then, they were sowing the seeds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Like I said, man, we're still feeling the effects of the snap.
No, and that's another thing too. I'm waiting for that to come into play. Uh, we really haven't. We saw it with WandaVision with what I'm saying, um,
I'm gonna answer
people
your question, XR.
like people coming back, um, and stuff like that. Coming back from the snap, but we haven't seen the ramifications of getting that type of radiation. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody in the universe was radiated
Right.
with that cosmic energy.
Right.
Uh, we're speculating that that's how the Fantastic Four is made. I just don't want everybody to be made from this. I kind of want everybody to still have their standalone origins. Uh, the Fantastic Four went off to space, cosmic radiation hit them, boom, they got their powers. Because if they do that, then would that make them mutants? You know what I'm saying? Are they making them mutants? I don't want everybody to be a mutant. I think a mutant should be a special, a special thing, a whole totally different offshoot of the human race, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
But you
Homo
gotta
superior.
understand, man, we already saw how they're going to tie mutants in. We saw it in WandaVision. They
Mm-hmm.
told us already. That's
Right.
why they keep saying that all these shows tied together to the story going forward. They showed us mutants already with how Wanda and this Infinity Stone, that's like you said, the cosmic energy
Mm-hmm.
that awoken whatever gene or whatever was inside of her. And boom, now you know what I'm saying? They call her a Nexus being, they call her, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
whatever, but she's still, at the end of the day, Wanda Maximoff is a mutant. And I feel
Okay.
like that's how they're going to tie that in. Because if you think about it, she was dusted too.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
She was dusted too. So she came back. Then, here's my
You
thing.
know what? I
Do
forget.
you
Yeah, she
really,
was dusted.
yep. Do you really think she had that much power when she first went? Like, if you look at her power set and then look at what happened after she was dusted, her powers grew. She pulled off stuff she was not pulling off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Could it have been anger?
It could have been, I guess, but I mean, like I said, from a narrative standpoint, that makes sense.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? What if Wanda's a Nexus being? Why would she be Dustin?
mm.
You feel me?
Because she
What I'm
wasn't.
saying?
Shit, I was gonna say because she wasn't a Nexus being until later, but once you're a Nexus being because you're a Nexus being.
Right.
Shit.
Yep. Exactly. So Nexus beings, I feel like they're gonna play with that a little bit, but now they're gonna make Wanda a mutant. That's exactly how they move us going forward. So that's what I'm saying. Why pull from the House of M storyline for WandaVision?
Yeah, no, that makes, you know what I'm saying, and I think we already said that. Like, okay, you pull from a storyline that is all this mutant based. Like the whole thing
Right.
was about it, other than it being about killing Wanda. You know what I'm saying? It was about, or the outcome ended up being no more mutants.
Right.
Like this was a major turning point in mutantdom. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you pull from the story, no mutants introduced, stuff like that. Why did, you know what I'm saying? Why use the storyline? You could have used the Vision, the what was Scarlet Witch and Vision storyline more so than
Mm-hmm.
the
House of M.
House of M storyline.
Right.
So I mean, you got a point, man. That's
And
a
that's the thing. Think about Monica Rambeau,
right.
Dusted. Think
Yeah.
about all the people that passed through her wave, the energy field she
The
had
energy
in
field,
WandaVision.
right. Mm-hmm.
Some people passed through it and got powers. Some people passed through it and were under her spell.
Mm-hmm.
Those people that passed through, they're mutants. No ifs,
Okay.
ands, or buts about it. That's how
So
they're going. That's how they're going to tie that in.
so you think they're gonna go back and retcon, well, not
Definitely.
retcon, but
Right.
rewrite some
I
stuff
feel
into
like
it? Okay.
a lot of what we're going to see going forward,
Mm-hmm.
because if you think about it, we got all the branch timelines or whatever now. Everything is still linear. The snap still happened.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
feel like that's also going to be because Nathaniel Richards in the comics, isn't he a Nexus being as well?
Yeah. Kang is the Nexus.
Okay.
Kang might be the
Boom.
Nexus being of all Nexus beings.
There's it is right there. You got
So
Nathaniel Richards in this timeline. Boom.
mhm.
Dusted comes back. I'm a Nexus being. I know this now. I have all this knowledge. That's how they're going to push this narrative going forward. Like I said,
Right.
we always heard that the snap, we were going to feel the effects of the snap going forward. Until they end that, until they tie that storyline
Mhm.
completely yet, we're going to feel those effects. We
Okay.
still haven't even felt the ripple yet. What movies have we seen
But
besides?
that's, yeah, that's the point I
Yeah,
was getting at. Like we
right.
haven't even seen
No,
anything.
the effects of all of that.
You know what I'm saying? They did a time skip between what it was five. It was 5 years, right?
Yep.
So they did the 5 year gap between the snap and then the reappearing or whatever. But like you said, we haven't had Falcon and I guess you could say Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but that was to me that was a small scale or more grounded. Like okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying, billions of people disappeared and then billions of people come back. You know what I'm saying? It was more of a geopolitical
That's
way of
very
dealing
true.
with it. You know what I'm saying?
Dealing with the snap. Yep.
Right. It wasn't what the snap did to people. Because we haven't had anybody. Oh, you got snap. We need to run. Somebody be running a test on you.
Right.
I'm drawing blood. I need blood work. I need urine samples. I need
Where
hair.
did
You
you
know what I'm
go?
saying?
What did you
What
experience?
did you
They haven't
experience?
harped on that at all.
Any of that? You were snapped. What happened? What, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I think we need some of that. Some of
That
that
will
does
still
need to.
happen.
Yeah.
Yes. That will
Mhm.
still happen.
Oh, you got powers? Is it because of the snap? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, then
I
you
went
start.
back and watched your Monica Rambeau clip, man.
Uh-huh.
Like you nailed it. When she came back from that snap, she
Yeah.
took that dude totally off of his feet.
Yeah, she laid
Why?
him down. Yeah.
Why? She
Like
wouldn't have
she
done that
straight,
before.
right.
She
She
might have
ran
run
it.
into him and knocked him down, but not like the way she did.
No, she knocked him down like a linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and the thing is, she wasn't paying attention. So when she
Nope.
ran into him, even though she was like, oh, you ever walked into somebody, you turn
You
your head, you
bump
look at
into
one,
him.
right? You
Yeah.
bump into them, yeah, they might stumble fall, but this dude had at
Nah, dude,
least
he flew.
right. He had at least a good 20 pounds, or he was a grown man,
Right.
and he nah,
Off his
and
feet.
that's off his feet,
Right.
and that's what I'm saying. Like either she had it already before the snap, or the snap did something to her,
It affected
which
her body.
you know
Right.
what I'm saying. But to me, she didn't pay when it happened. She wasn't like, damn, I did that. She was more like, damn, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Went about her business
Right.
like she already knew. So I'm thinking radiation from Carol. You know what I'm saying? Maybe something like maybe she was part of the group that went up into space. Defense. You know what I'm saying? Fantastic Four. I don't know. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Stuff like that. So, because remember, the stones was used 3 times.
Yep.
Thanos, Hulk, Iron Man.
Iron Man. Mm-hmm.
So it might be some other, you know, like I said, it's 3 snaps that didn't happen. So
Yep.
it's some implications going on.
Yep.
It's some stuff happening. So
You don't get to use that kind of power and not have repercussions.
that's right. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right.
Now, to
Oh, go
keep
ahead.
tying this in,
Mhm.
um, when you look at something like we're looking at like Spider-Man, right?
Right.
That is showing the effects of these branch timelines.
Yeah, but that's it. That's what it seems like they want to concentrate on, right? These branch timelines,
Yep.
Kang, so to speak.
Right.
Uh,
Manipulating things.
right, manipulating things, stuff like that. But I think that's just one. Like I said, this is a 3-4 pronged phase we're going off into. Uh, what would Thor: Love and Thunder have to do with timelines, variant, stuff like that? What will um
They're gonna fight a version of Kang.
you think so?
Oh yeah. I feel like Gord the God Butcher is not the main.
Oh man, it'd be a shame if he's not. If he's
I feel
not the
like
main, because he's what you know what I'm saying, his motivations, the reason why he did all that. Um, if they don't use that, if they don't use his storyline to a T, there's really no real reason to
why.
even have him.
Right.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
I don't think that I think they gonna I hope they don't kill him off, but I don't think he's gonna be the main of that film.
Oh man,
Doesn't
they
make
gotta
sense.
use. You know what I'm saying? He used to pray to the gods. Uh, they never answered his prayers. Noel and I forgot who Noel was fighting at the time, but they were knocked unconscious during their fight. He picked up the necro, all black necro sword. You know what I'm saying? And he went around universe. Matter of fact, there you go, timeline to timeline, killing all the gods. Now he's on this timeline to kill Thor and everybody else. You see what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Maybe that's how they bring timelines into the Thor situation.
But that's the thing though. You think they're gonna announce no?
Nah,
If
I don't.
but that's the thing though.
Because
How can you
Nolan is too Spider-Man-y, too Venom-y,
know
too. He
that?
is.
I've also heard mixed things about Let There Be Carnage.
Okay.
I've heard that they introduced no in this movie. That Carnage is not the main.
What? Okay.
Yeah, I've heard a
Okay.
lot of things about that movie, and there's a reason why a lot of that's been hush hush. Because
Mm,
everything that you're saying, yeah, they have to show these things on screen to make them make sense.
right.
They still have to appeal to a comic book audience. That's what
Mm,
people don't understand.
yeah,
These,
no, they do.
yeah, these characters might be different in certain ways or whatever, but they still have to appeal to the comic book audience.
Mm-hmm.
Because when these people don't know, the normal people don't know a character, they're going looking for the blogs that comic book writers write.
Yeah. Uh-huh. No,
They're
you
going to
absolutely.
look at, yeah, man. They're going to look at what they're going to YouTube channels, the people that watch comics or
Mm-hmm.
what read comics and
Read
watch
comics.
these
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
You feel me? What I'm saying?
To get the
So
explanations, yeah.
right, because those people and they love people that break it down into layman's terms,
Mm-hmm.
terms they can understand. Right.
So you're on the side of they're bringing Noel in and let there be carnage. Um, does that carry? So how does that carry over with Gore though?
You
You know what
say
I'm saying? Is Spider-Man? You know, I don't even want to get into it right now.
nope.
Let me think because
Right.
it's hurting my brain.
Right. Like I said, man, I feel like we're gonna get a lot of crazy things on screen
It's a
here.
lot.
A lot to
And
show on screen. But like I said, I still think that how they because I do think we'll see. I'm not even gonna call them a Sinister Six. I'm
mhm.
gonna call them the multiversal six.
Okay.
Because it's going to be a Sinister Six composed of different
Yeah.
characters from
From
different
different yeah.
different universes,
Mhm.
and they're all going to be stuck in the MCU time in the sacred timeline,
Sacred
as you want to
timeline.
call it, in
Yeah.
Doctor Strange's jail.
616.
Right,
Mhm.
they're going to
I
get
can dig
stuck
that.
here. Right, and that you know that's where I feel like that goes forward. Now to tie Doctor Strange in, um, that's going to show how they're going to use Nexus beings to try to clean up this timeline,
Right.
clean up these branch timelines. Because we look at who can travel between, you know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like this
That's
image.
America. That's America Chavez. She can travel.
Right,
That's her whole power set.
right, right,
Is traveling between universe. Like she can do that with ain't no magic or nothing. I can if I want to go to this universe, boom. I just punch into the air and I open that portal and I go.
right.
I don't need a time twister or anything like that.
Right. I feel like Nexus beings are gonna kind of be the MacGuffin.
The thing, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the MacGuffin of these
Yeah.
next few phases.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah,
I can
because
agree with that.
why introduce Nexus and people that can travel through and
Mm-hmm.
have influence on it? You know, why introduce magic? Why introduce all of that?
Yeah, yeah,
I also
100%.
think that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is more like his training montage to become the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah, because he's
He
not the
has
Sorcerer
to.
Supreme.
He
Yeah.
has to.
This is his defining moment right here.
Yep. This
Yeah,
is, hey, I've got to figure this out to fix this threat because I know what's happening. You
yeah,
got to think about it, man. Look at what happened with at the end of Endgame. Where was Doctor Strange?
yeah,
He saw all the timelines.
yeah.
They had the big fight. Boom, he
He
disappeared.
disappeared. Yep.
He say, "I got to work." I mean, now I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yep.
why Wong is out doing what he's doing. He's going to tie in Shang-Chi. I feel like Wong in this, you know what I'm saying, this tournament, he's recruiting
Yeah.
people
Well,
to
yeah.
fight.
I guess
He's
after the
recruiting.
after the fight with Caecilius, they probably do need to bolster their ranks up. And I'm
Yep.
pretty sure Baron Mordo's going out killing, you know what I'm saying, other magic
Yep.
users and stuff like that. So yeah, I can see that happening. I can see that happening. Let's
Yep.
let's get into the comments and answer some of these questions and wrap it up.
Okay.
All right. What's up, XR? XR says the ending of Loki left me with more questions than answers. So Kang was controlling all the events of Infinity War. Yep.
Yep.
But and you keep saying Kang. That's not Kang.
Not Kang.
That's not Kang.
And everybody keeps getting that wrong.
Yeah, that's not Kang. This is not the Kang that
It's
you
an
see
amalgamation of a couple
of
characters.
a couple Kangs.
Yep.
More so Immortus,
He Who Remains.
He Who Remains, which was a throwaway Marvel character anyway, so that's why they
Right.
used that name. And I would say like I would even say Nathaniel Richards base.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Nathaniel Richards.
yeah,
Right.
I would say that. But yeah, he was controlling the way that they put it, he was controlling everything.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like a chessboard. These are the things that happens. If this gets out of line, I got to come in and prune it. I got to stop it. You know what I'm saying? Up until a point. right up into the threshold, so to speak. But even with that, I still think he knew what was going on.
I kind of hearkened it to, if you watch those movies like where the people go back in time, like Hot Tub Time Machine, where
Okay,
Luke goes back in time and
right.
creates Google and all that other shit and becomes rich because he has knowledge of the future. That's
Hmm.
what we're seeing.
Yeah.
I've lived it already. I've lived and died. I know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, he even said reincarnation.
Yep.
He said those
He
exact
said
words.
the exact words, reincarnation.
Right.
And to the, I think as far as controlling, I think the Infinity War happens anyway. Every universe, I think that happens, right?
Yep.
Or at least majority of the universes that happens.
Right. There's
Uh,
Thanos everywhere.
right. In his sacred timeline, he knew that he can't. You can't. It's some things because it's time that you can't stop. Some things inevitable. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of this in the show, a lot of this was talking about like free will and destiny. You know what I'm saying? Two opposing entities. I got free will over here, but then oh man, this your destiny to do this. You be like, man, I don't want to do that shit. So you had two clashing beliefs going on.
Mm-hmm.
I think destiny, some things are predetermined, predestined to happen, i.e., the Infinity War, Thanos doing what he does. But at the same time, there is free will. That's where you get the variance. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, yeah, I can change this, but even if I change it, that doesn't mean that the Infinity War isn't going to happen or a certain catastrophe isn't going to. Like, remember them hiding in those uh
Cataclysmic events.
yeah,
Yep.
cataclysmic events. Those events always, Pompeii is always going to happen,
Always
right?
gonna happen.
That rocks cart, what was a hurricane category? What was the
Right.
category 6 or 7 hurricane, whatever it was?
Right.
That hurricane's always going to happen. You see what I'm saying? Because that's just time. That's the controlled chaos of time. That's
Right.
how I put it. You know what I'm saying? But I can still move chess pieces, you know what I'm saying, on the board to maneuver around certain things.
Right.
And
And you
that's what
said that controlled chaos.
uh-huh.
That's gonna tie into Doctor Strange too, man. That chaos thing.
Yep.
I see that a lot. I see that
Mhm.
happening a lot.
Yep. He says that's their symbiote suit. That's a big letdown. Also, Tom Holland universe is too lighthearted for the symbiote suit. He'll still be going to look like a child with that suit. You just don't like Tom Holland and Spider-Man. I get it. No, I don't think that that's their symbiote suit.
No.
I was trying to make the comparison of, since I don't think we'll ever could, like you said, I don't think we'll ever get him in the symbiote suit. So this is kind of that replacement, so to speak.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So because there's really no reason. They've given this Spider-Man damn near 4 suits already. Like,
Right. He gets 2 suits a movie for the most
what
part.
is going on? But I
Right.
think that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? What else we got? Says I heard that Norman Osborn from the Sam Raimi universe is going to kill the Osborn from the MCU. I
And
think it's
take
the
over.
opposite. Yeah,
You think so?
I think if that happens, I think it's the opposite. Because I don't think we're gonna keep William Dafoe in the MCU. If he shows up in this movie, I don't think he survives the MCU process, so to speak.
No. He's a one. He's a one and done.
One and done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if anything, that the sacred timeline Norman Osborn kills this Osborn, and that they might not even kill each other, but usurps that position of
Yep.
the Norman Osborn going forward.
And he's evil, but
Right.
he's in a position to be a good guy.
Right. He says, how is Loki going to show up in the multiverse of madness if they don't set that hope in Loki? I'm missing what you're
Set
saying.
that up.
Oh, set that up in Loki episode 6. Well, they did. Remember, this is the multiverse of madness. So him showing up I don't think it's gonna be, he's not gonna be a co-star or,
No, man.
you know what I'm saying, a co-lead or anything like that. He's just saying that I'm gonna show up. So it could be act 2 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Various moments in act 2, but he's not gonna be a majority.
This is how he knows that. Well, they already knew that Doctor Strange had the time stone.
Right.
right? So, and my thought process is he knows how to use this thing. Let me get it to him and see if he can change this back, go
Yeah.
backwards. That's what I'm saying.
Could be.
That's how he's going to tie into this film.
Hmm.
That's how Doctor Strange's going to get that time stone back. He already knows this.
Right.
He's already seen the future.
Remember, because this Loki saw his death, he saw everything that happened
Right.
going forward. And
He didn't get to meet Strange, but he saw
right.
this guy had the time stone. Maybe I need to get it back to him or
Mhm.
ask him, how can we use it to fix this?
And think about this. That means remember they reset everything that he did when he left. So that means everything that was supposed to happen went ahead and happened. He went to Asgard, was locked up, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Got freed to go help fight the Dark Elves. Moms died, you know what I'm saying? He ends up stabbing, you know what I'm saying? Running Asgard as Thor's off doing what, you know what I'm saying? All that still happens.
Right.
So like Kobe just said, I know who uses the time stone, I know who has it. You know what I'm saying? Let me go to this person, give it to them, and see if they can reverse time.
Right.
So I mean, it would make sense, and that's how it would show up. So they just gave Blue Marvel, Monica Rambeau new uniforms. I think it might be an introduction that Blue Marvel might show up in Phase 4, or indication that Blue Marvel might show up in Phase 4. He might show up. I'm not holding my breath. If he shows up, I will be ecstatic. But
huge.
I'm not holding my breath that he shows up. If he shows up, cool. If he doesn't show up, cool. He says Kang was a joke of villains. I don't agree. I think Kang or Immortus, and I think that's why you're saying that. He played the hell out of this role, right? Jonathan Majors came in and he played to me, he played an Immortus, you know what I'm saying, who I guess that's how you play it. And let me ask you this, XR, what did you want to see Immortus, his demeanor? How did he, you know what I'm saying? How would you want to see that?
And that's the thing. I'm a kind of piggyback on what you said, Blue. As an actor, just like you are, to me, I look at the character of Immortus as somebody who is cocky because they know the future.
Right.
It's very, 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 very headstrong. You can't really, you know what I'm saying? They're just going to have a certain personality that is going to go with being powerful.
Because remember, he's not the conqueror.
No. He's been that already. That part of his life is over.
Right. He's not the conqueror. He figured that he says that conquering was not the way. Right. He says that. So after the multiversal war, he figured out what's the best thing to do. I can be a dictator, but I don't need to conquer any of the different multiverses. Let me just get rid of them all in one fell swoop.
Right.
Make one timeline and call it a day.
That's the thing. He had an unlimited knowledge of when and what would happen for another Kang variant to show up. For there to be that Nexus event that they call for another, you know what I'm saying, another version of Kang for him to be a variant of him. Right.
Because when Kang shows up, he's gonna be all business, no play.
Not at all. He's gonna be all business, right?
All business, no play. So you want the two countries. That's the reason why I think he was introduced in Loki.
Yep.
So you can get the two different contrasting.
Yeah, you can see the difference of okay, and then he's gonna show up again and be a totally different character. And that's gonna blow people's minds. Yeah.
Yep. Says Kevin Feige already says that the comic books don't matter. He doesn't care about. That's not what he said.
Stop it.
That's what he said.
There's a reason why we get these. Right.
He said that he pulls from the source material, but he uses it in a different way. Plus, I think what the rumor going on right now is there's legal battles going on between the writers, the source material, people who wrote the source material, and Marvel Studios, I should say. So if you have somebody like Chris Claremont and you're pulling from all his stories, but I'm not getting acknowledged, I'm not getting paid, or you're
Right.
not, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah, Kevin Feige might come out and say some things that might make you think they're not pulling from that well, but they are pulling from that well 100%. There's no every instance. We just talked about WandaVision having the House of M situation.
There's
Falcon
no
and the Winter,
reason why we can speculate on them.
right?
The stories have already happened.
Already happened. We're just waiting to see if it's going to come true. Because nothing, and we've said this before, nothing should. I don't want directly from the comics. I want
That
some
would
elements,
be boring.
but we've already seen that. If they did, let me see something short, a short storyline. I don't know. Okay, let's go back to House of M. If they did House of M to the T, and I already know what's gonna happen, why am I watching it?
Why
Just
would
to
I
see
watch
it, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do I need? I don't need to watch it. I know what's gonna happen. But when you start adding different elements, this character gets replaced by this character, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like
Right.
now you got an interesting show. Now it's something more interesting. Oh, this is where you know what I'm saying, instead of Spider-Man, they put in such, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I see who's playing this role. That was supposed to be Spider-Man's role, but now it's Hawkeye's role, or vice versa. This is, since they don't have Wolverine right now, this is like stuff like that.
Right.
Like, but it still goes along with said story. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He said, "Did you hear Marvel Studio will not use more Stan Lee cameos?"
Nope.
Yeah, I heard it.
I'm glad they won't use them.
That's good. It's
It should be Deadpool.
right, and but
Deadpool
the estate came out and was, and you know what I'm saying.
Stop it. We don't want that to happen anymore. Right.
Nah, there's no need for, you know, he's passed. If you want to do one more movie and you know what I'm saying, like big him up and stuff like that, cool. But after that, yeah, let it be. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like they should let Deadpool do the cameos.
I think so too.
I feel like he should be one of those ones that hops time. I mean, in the multiverse and just shows up everywhere.
Yeah.
I feel like if Deadpool showed up in the Eternals and just popped up instead of Funny Line, that would be huge.
Yeah.
Just had a reaction with them, that would be huge. They just tested that. They put him with Korg. When does he ever come in contact with Korg?
Right. Man, and that was good. That was good. Right. Whoever wrote that and set all that up, that was genius. That was genius. It was probably what's it? The director, Waititi. It's probably him. Taika Waititi. He probably set that whole thing up.
Yep.
And it worked to a T.
Big time.
He says, "How did he become immortal by controlling the cloud monster? It doesn't make sense to me." It makes all the sense.
Yeah.
He controlled the cloud monster to kill off,
killed all the other variants.
Right, all the other variants. He weaponized it. It's not necessary. It was probably I don't think he controls Alioth like that. You know what I'm saying? Because in the comics, he kind of does the same thing. But Alioth or Alioth is the one thing that stops Kang or Immortus all the time. Like he can't get past Alioth. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So he found a way to use this point to kill everybody off, and he didn't become immortal. He knows how to control time. So that's why he says I'm older than I look. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, I'm eons old, but since I control time and I'm outside of time, that's another thing too. Or at the end of time, I don't age worth of shit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like I don't age.
I hark that back to like Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
How Ragnarok was supposed to happen, no matter what. There's no stopping it.
Right. Yep. So,
I just read a comment. I'm getting ahead of myself.
We gonna get there.
Yeah.
But go and read up on Elliot and Kang and Immortus and all that, and it'll make sense. It's not as daunting as it kind of seems. So, do you think the plot leap for No Way Home is real? I think
Which
all of
one?
them are real, and all
Which
of them are
one?
fake. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they're all real and they're all fake.
Yep.
We won't know until the movie comes out, or
Big
until we
time.
get some trailer, and even the trailers could still be throwing us off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think they're using the fan base to drive Spider-Man 100%. Speculation.
Yep. Big time. They don't have to do anything in marketing wise. They let them do it themselves.
Yep. He says, I heard that Doctor Strange is going to get sidelined. I'm going past this comment.
Yeah.
What? You know what? Hold on. Where do you be hearing this stuff, man?
That's what I'm saying. He's sidelined in his own movie. I just told you what this movie was going to be about. The only thing it could be about. Why would they keep Doctor Strange around if he's not the Sorcerer Supreme, dude?
Why sideline him?
Why? That makes no sense.
I just want to know where you get this from, man.
Right.
I want him to show more powers than making him badass, intimidating, and mighty, not just a regular dude teleporting around. But he's not. You know what? Let me show you this. I did some Immortus stuff yesterday. Immortus is trash. He can't fight.
I think he's talking about Deadpool.
No, he's talking to Mortis. He's talking to Mortis.
Okay.
This iteration of Kang is just a regular guy.
He's Nathaniel Richards. That's who it is.
Where was it at? He's just a regular guy. He's not Kang the Conqueror.
Hey, Kang the Conqueror doesn't really have any powers either. It's all tech.
Yeah. But at least Kang the Conqueror. Okay, let me pull it up. Let me share this.
And I feel like we've seen the extent of his powers already.
This is Immortus as per Marvel, right? His durability 4, energy 5, 0 fighting skills.
Right.
0. He's not a badass. You know what I'm saying? 4 intelligence, 7 speed because he teleports around.
Right.
Strength level at 2, which is average. You know what I'm saying? Probably the average human being. He doesn't do much.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? He's not Kang. This guy here, Kang. This is the guy. This is the guy. You see this picture, you can tell he's bad.
Yep.
Just look at this shit. This is the guy right here. He's even with his own, you know what I'm saying? His younger, like Kang is a bad dude, man.
Yeah.
Ramatut right there. That's Ramatut.
And I feel like his biggest quality, and I feel like that's one of his biggest powers, that genius level intellect.
Yeah. Yep.
That's his biggest power.
Let me see if I can bring up his powers. Come on, where you at? Right now. They're gonna show me his power set. So boom. So check out his power set. You see this?
Right.
Durability 5, energy 6, fighting skills at a 3, intelligence at 4, speed 7, 2 strength. Like these are the only things that are consistent. The speed and the strength. Everything else, nope, blowing them out of the water, man. And that's what I'm telling you. Like Kang is a totally different beast, a different animal than Immortus. Yeah, they all come from Nathaniel Richards, but this is the Nathaniel Richards that seen some shit.
Right.
It's been, you know what I'm saying? He's the I want to conquer all the different universes and stuff like that. That's who you dealing with. So he says, was Kang more powerful than Thanos in the comics? I don't remember. It depends on
which one you got, which
well,
Kang, and which which not necessarily which iteration, where we meet Thanos in the timeline.
Right. And I was just gonna say, like, if they kind of neck and neck. That Kang is just a regular human, all tech, right? So if Thanos figures out a way to get past his tech, that's it.
Right.
Like Kang can't beat that. Kang can. It's hard. It's you know that's actually a good matchup though. Now that you say it, but it's different.
Right.
They're different types of villains. You know what I'm saying? Kang, they're both, you know what I'm saying, use their brains and stuff like that. But Thanos is ruthless, kill, bloodluster, because remember, he's driven by death.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Kang is driven by just crushing his enemies and ruling over things.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure he has some type of compassion in him because you can't rule over nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Thanos will rule over nothing. He don't care if he's the last being, so be it. As long as it makes death proud, or you know what I'm saying, as long as death is satiated from what he does, he's fine with it.
Right.
As he says, so y'all are saying the Sam Raimi trilogy and the Dark Knight trilogy were born because they were close to the comics.
Tell me how the Dark Knight trilogy was anywhere near close to the comics.
To the comics, yeah. What?
What story?
And the Sam Raimi trilogy was not close to the comics. It was baseline, yeah. Peter Parker bit by a spider turns into Spider-Man, but what story did they pull from?
Right.
Other than the origin story, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2. What story did they pull from when in the Sam Raimi trilogy? Oh, and damn sure that third one was not.
Nope. Nope.
Some things in it was accurate as far as a character or whatever, but think about it. He didn't know Mary Jane until way later.
Right.
So that right there is already showing you that it is not comic book accurate.
His first love was Gwen Stacy.
Right. So and they were not, nothing about that was close to the Batman. The Dark Knight trilogy that's not Joker.
No.
That's what a lot of people's beef with Heath Ledger's Joker was. That's not the Joker from the comics. Yeah. Nope. That's not the Joker from the comics. Not saying that they didn't like that Joker. Like, you know, he became iconic. We accept it. Yeah, iconic, and we accept him as Joker and everything, but that's not the Joker from the comics.
Comic accurate Joker, bro. Yeah.
Bane, come on, Bane.
No, not even close.
Come on, man.
He wasn't, you know what I'm saying, even the same type of character.
Even who was it? Tanya? Ra's al Ghul's daughter?
Talia al Ghul.
Talia, I'm sorry. That's not accurate.
No. Ra's al Ghul wasn't even comic book accurate.
Yeah,
no Lazarus Pit, no none of that.
Mm-mm.
So next
says Stan Lee can show up in animated movies like in Spider-Verse 2.
Why?
There's
what will be the point?
Why do you want it's not like who's gonna voice him, right? Who's voicing Stan Lee?
You're gonna make somebody that's not him voice him. I feel like that's even more of a slap in the face.
Right, that's a slap. Why? Now your capital. Remember, Stan Lee was employed by Marvel. He didn't make Marvel. He was an employee of Marvel. Iconic, yep. But you're just using my likeness to make money off of me. Is my estate going to get paid? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Is my daughters, my grandkids, those are the things you have to think about. You know what I'm saying? And if they say, nah, you can't use my granddaddy, or you can't use my daddy or my brother or whatever, if his estate says no, that's it.
Right.
And his estate said no.
They don't want to do it anymore.
That's it. Done. So nah. There's no need. It was fun. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to do it. Right. It was fun. He wanted to do it, but he's passed now. He's gone, and let him rest. You know what I'm saying? Let him rest. So, do you think Galactus versus Dormammu could happen in Multiverse Madness?
No,
Nope.
I don't think so. Galactus is going to be one of those Omega level threats.
Yeah, because remember, Galactus is the living embodiment of the universe that he came from.
Right. He's melded with that universe.
Right. He's actually a universe.
Yep.
What was it? His Gallon, his human form or whatever he was called Gallon.
Right.
When he died the same time that the universe he was in died. They melded, floated around in the new universe, and now he's out absorbing planets, and that's how, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But I think they said he was actually Infinity, or that universe is Infinity.
Okay.
And Gallon merged when they both died or whatever.
Right.
So that's, I mean, if you want to get into Galactus, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Galactus is way more devastating, and Dormammu probably wouldn't even stand a chance against Galactus. You know what I'm saying? So nah. He says, I'm just tired of those plot leaks. Well, hey, it's gonna be more. The plot leaks is gonna keep coming.
It won't stop until the movie's out.
Yeah, they're gonna keep coming. It seems like we get them every 3 weeks.
I hear something new every day.
So yeah, I'm talking about like as far as a script. Like I think we get a script like every 3 weeks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A piece of the script or an outline or yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. He says Kang is more like Brainiac. Yeah.
I could buy that.
But Brainiac is small scale compared to Kang. Right. Kang conquers timelines, universes, and Brainiac just goes from planet to planet collecting specimens and then blowing that planet up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but if you want to talk about as far as the way they think, yeah.
Right.
He says, so Batman Begins was becoming accurate, his ninja training. Okay.
That's one aspect of it, yes.
Yeah. He learned how to fight with some ninjas. Cool. Next. I mean, like we said, yeah, it's some accuracy to it, but the overall, when we say comic book accurate, I'm talking storyline.
Right.
And the thing is, you can change a character if it doesn't. Wanda didn't change. Who Wanda Maximoff is, right? Didn't change.
Nope.
That storyline that was pulled from wasn't comic book accurate, but we knew what it was.
Right.
Right. We knew where it came from. Wanda didn't change. If they did, I'll put it to you like this. If this Batman with Robert Pattinson, if let's say it was the Long Halloween. No, let's do Court of Owls.
Right, because that's what I think it is.
If it was the Court of Owls, right? How accurate do you have to be with the Court of Owls for it to be a Court of Owls story? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the question. Not about his ninja training. You know what I'm saying? Batman could be trained by fucking elves for all I care. If it's Court of Owls, then we need to see them. Who it was? Dick Grayson, his family. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the Court of Owls is about.
Right.
So if the storyline revolves around Dick Grayson and I think it was Batman's brother, he found out he had a brother named Thomas. Right. Stuff like that. Then we're talking comic book accurate. But yeah, his ninja training. So what? Batman knows how to fight. Cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To me, the most comic book accurate Batman that we got was Batfleck. To me, he was literally pulled off the comic book pages and threw into a movie. I didn't get that with Dark Knight. I didn't get that with Tim Burton. I didn't get that with Val Kilmer. And you know what I'm saying? I didn't get that with them. So he says Galactus gets his ass handed to him most of the time. I think he is kind of overrated. He is overrated. But to be an OP character, you still have to think about it. With the power scale that Galactus is,
right,
he can easily come and destroy anything he wants. That's not the issue. The issue is he made the pact with Norrin Rad with Silver Surfer that Silver Surfer would find suitable planets for him, right? So even though Galactus is the living embodiment of a universe, he has compassion. He used to be human. You know what I'm saying? So all of these things come into play. He's not just some I'm finna kill all, and you know what I'm saying? Because
he's gonna be complex. Yeah,
right. It's about balance with him. He knows he can't just go around eating everything, because guess what? Sooner or later, I'm gonna end up dying because now I ain't got shit to eat.
Nothing else to eat, right?
So he knows these things. So is he overrated? Yeah, he's overrated, but at the same time, he's not. Because if a writer wanted to say, man, we're gonna do this Galactus story where he just goes and destroys everything, then that's what you would get.
Right.
And it would be a accurate Galactus. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It says Dormammu is almost all powerful in his dimension. The key word is almost. How many times has Dormammu had his ass handed to him by Doctor Strange?
Right. The Sorcerer Supreme, the strongest person in the multiverse.
You see what I'm saying? So
right.
Yeah, Dormammu is
multiverse of madness.
Right,
yeah.
All powerful in his dimension, cool, but he's overrated too. You got to think a lot of these OP Mephisto overrated.
Right.
The only one to me who isn't overrated, I would say, is probably Thanos, but they've been kind of outrageous with him lately.
I feel like we'll see him again.
Oh yeah, we'll see him again. We'll see him.
Yeah.
Let me see who else. The Celestials, overrated. They don't even do shit for the
right.
In all reality, they don't do nothing.
The Watcher, overrated.
You know what I'm saying? This is an all-powerful being who could come and change the course.
But you just watch.
But I'm just gonna watch. Like, it's a lot of overrated OP characters.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But they're also meant to drive the storyline.
Yep.
That's why a lot of times, and I've said this before, they pull all the OP, like Blue Marvel, Spectrum, Sentry. They always, when one of these big giant stories happen,
yep.
Noel, Sentry showed up in Noel, but what was Blue Marvel? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you got all of these OP characters, they pull them because if they show up, they could easily defeat the villain that fast.
Right.
And vice versa. If they use the villain to the highest level of its abilities, they can easily,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Captain America shouldn't stand no chance against somebody like Noah, a god.
Not even close.
Thor. Even Black Panther wouldn't stand a chance. I don't care how smart you are.
Nope.
If all I got to do is swat you and step on you, and you know what I'm saying, that's it. It's over.
It's a wrap. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But right. It's all about how I'm writing the story. I have to. If that was the case, it'd be a one-page comic book
every time.
Every time. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it is. That's all it is. But if you got anything else,
yeah, I'm good. Yeah, let's do it.
I appreciate everybody who came. A couple people joined in and a couple people left, but it's what it is. My mic died on me. I figured that out. I don't know if it's the mic or if it's the. Oh, it's back now, right?
Right.
That's crazy. That is back. Well, it was back. Now it's not.
I think it's got a short. Yeah.
It must be a short. What I was about to say. Yeah, King Thanos was powerful. He was the last being, and right. I know he's wrapping it up, but you brought up King Thanos. Thanos, the way they wrote that, he was so bad that when the Prime Thanos showed up and seen him, he reverted, he went back so he wouldn't become that version of Thanos.
Right.
That's how OP, that's how crazy King Thanos was. But that's also where you get, and you don't like him, the the Punisher Ghost Rider. To me, that Ghost Rider is bad. That's probably like my favorite Ghost Rider now is Frank Castle Ghost Rider.
Right.
But yeah, King Thanos was powerful as fuck. I mean, he killed Galactus. He had the Hulk chained up as a little pet. Silver Surfer showed up with the surfboard and Thor's hammer. Still couldn't defeat him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy. The only person who beat him was Thanos, young Thanos. But why wouldn't that happen?
Right.
So that was crazy, man. Who do I think will play the Century in the MCU? I don't know. I don't even know if I want the Century in the MCU, to tell you the truth.
Right.
I think we should get Hyperion. Don't give me Century. Give me matter of fact, give me all of those the fake Avengers, the Marvel not Avengers. I'm sorry, the Justice League, the Marvel Justice League. Give me them, because everybody's like, oh, DC's so trash. Yep, they trash. So let's see if Marvel can bring those characters to the big screen. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, they're just carbon copies of Justice League, but Hyperion,
the Squadron Supreme.
Yeah, the Squadron Supreme. You know what I'm saying? Give me those characters. That would be alternate universe. See, that's what you do what if for. Give me that in a what if story.
Right.
Don't get the shit that I don't like that, man. I do not like that what if what they're doing, man. Because I think they just should have saved it and made the Exiles. Give us the mutants. Like, to me, they rushing certain things. You got control of mutants now. Use them.
Yeah.
Especially in the animated sense. Right?
Makes sense. Yeah. It's cheaper.
It's cheaper. You use what you got, man. Use what you got. But we're wrapping it up, XR, man. We'll see you tomorrow.
Right.
And that's it. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share. I'm gonna keep saying that, man. Let's grow the channel. And you ain't gotta go home, but got to get the hell up out of here.
You need to be safe.
That's right. Peace.